Core values should be utilized in your marketing. It should be utilized to not only attract your staff, but also attract your clients.
Hello and welcome to the Elevate podcast. I'm your host, Patricia Nowakowski. I'm a salon owner, educator, and mindset coach that helps hairstylists and salon owners go from overwhelmed and burnt out to motivated and empowered. It is my mission to help you systemize your business, generate more profit, and create a career behind the chair that you love. Join us every week to learn about small shifts you can make to elevate your business regarding mindset, marketing, social media, business systems, and so much more.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Elevate podcast. This week, we are going to be talking all things core values. I really wanted to touch base on this topic because I believe that so many business owners really don't put thought and they don't put action into the core values that they create for their business. I want to preface by stating that core values create the consciousness of your business. I think as business owners, we kind of do the fun, fluffy things like create a mission statement and create pretty words that sound good on paper for core values, but they don't ask themselves the really hard questions to make sure that they are choosing core values that truly align with the vision and the business they want to create. So when we are creating core values have so many purposes inside of your business. I'm going to give you a few reasons why having solid core values is important, because these are the things that are actually going to drive results for your business. Core values should be utilized in your marketing. It should be utilized to not only attract your staff, but also attract your clients, because you want to find people that align with these core values to really feel like your business is a part of who they are. And this is what's going to create a repeat guest. And this is what's going to create a person that is just gung-ho about your business and is a raving fan. This is also going to create your culture. Culture is so important, especially inside of a salon. And the reason why culture is important is because the culture is what's going to keep your team. It has nothing to do with, it does have to do with the amount of money they make, but it is definitely one of the reasons why a lot of stylists choose to work for salons is because they felt that they aligned with the company's culture. This is something that you should be utilizing to create your social media content. Again, this is going to align people with your business, and this is also going to attract staff and clients, and it's really going to help share your message on social media to make sure that you get a following of real clients that actually turn into paying customers. Last but not least, you really want to make sure that your core values truly align with you in a very deep spiritual way, because this is going to reignite your passion. As business owners, we get stressed out, we feel overwhelmed, we forget why we opened our business because things don't always go the way we want them to. So your core values will help you bring you back to that place of reigniting that passion and helping you remember why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. So there are a couple questions you really want to ask yourself before you start deciding what your core values should be. And this is not something that we should do quickly. This should take time. You should put a ton of thought into this, and you should really ask yourself the hard questions and not pick things because they sound great, but pick things because they truly feel right for you and they truly are going to create a result that you desire for your business. So 1, you want to know and ask yourself, what is the desired result for my business and my team? And this will kind of help you think about the action words that you might need in your core value statement to start creating action to implement these results that you're looking for. Number 2, what is the main outcome you want for your clients and your business as a whole? Number 3, what are your expectations? What are you doing to be different? Expectations and being authentic is something else that you should really consider. You should also be thinking about your non-negotiables. So what are the things that you do not tolerate? What are the things that don't align with you? Because this is truly going to help you figure out what you want and what is going to be the best core value for what you want to create. You need to know that your core values really are going to drive your results. They're going to drive your results if you are implementing them properly in all things that you do. They're going to drive client experience results. They're going to drive revenue results. They're going to drive your culture. You can either be very intentional with your culture, or it can happen by accident. And trust me, you don't want a culture that happens by accident. You want to be very, very intentional with this part of your business. And these are also going to create your reputation. I really want you to take time to think about this portion of your business. I'm going to give you some examples that I pulled from the good old internet that other companies put together for their core values. One of the core values that I loved that I found online was focus on the client. We want the client to be happy with the final product. All work we do supports the client's happiness and end results. The other one that I really loved was ensure growth, learn and evolve personally, professionally, as a team, and as a firm. Another one that I think is very, very valuable for a salon is value teamwork. We approach problems with a we over me mentality. So these are just a couple of examples that I pulled from the internet that I thought were just really great to utilize as a good example for this podcast. Now I want to touch base on how you're going to bring your company core values to life. Once you've established and you've really solidified your core values, and you've communicated the core values to your team. You live those core values through your company and through the way you train your team and employee action. Here are some tips for you to start integrating your company's core values into your daily work life. You as a leader need to model the core values to a T, because you are the representation of your business and your team is going to follow everything that you do no matter what. It's like having a child. We can tell our children what to do, but if we're not doing those same things, they're going to mimic and repeat what we're doing. And our team does the same thing. If you have any upper team level managers or leadership inside of your business, that you are making sure that they are also implementing and aligning and representing these core values to set the example for your team. This is something that is really, really important because it does trickle down when the leadership starts to implement these things. It does have a very, very, very powerful impact on the rest of the people inside of the business. We also want to utilize the core values when it comes to hiring people inside of our business. You should create amazing interview questions for who is a good fit and who is going to align with the core values that you're going to use inside of your business to create results. Next, you want to make this a part of your onboarding. Your core values are a part of your training. This is going to be really important because as leaders, we need to constantly repeat ourselves so that we continue to get the result that we want, because team members forget. During the onboarding process, during the training process, this is heavily covered because this is going to drive the way that employees act inside of your business. After you've developed and after you've onboarded your team, you are utilizing your core values in upcoming training sessions and in future development sessions, because this is going to make sure that these core values stay alive when we are giving feedback or holding our team accountable. If you are a business that does performance reviews, that you incorporate your core values inside of the feedback that you give, and you also incorporate them inside of your meetings or your reviews. Next, and this is my favorite, and I do this all of the time, you want to acknowledge, recognize, and reward the team that is implementing and embodying your core values. So something that I do, teamwork is huge for us. So anytime I see one of my team members really stepping up and being a team player, staying after to help another stylist clean up, or staying after because another stylist is falling behind blow drying extension hair during doing an application because the stylist doesn't have time or there isn't a co-stylist available, I have $5 gift cards, and I will write a thank you card with the $5 gift card to the stylist and give it to them as an appreciation for stepping up and being a team player or doing the things that they need to do to make sure our culture is amazing and that they're aligning with our core values. By rewarding positive behavior, that is going to create more of that behavior. That is the way you're truly going to find really, really happy stylists, because they're going to feel appreciated. They're going to feel that what they're doing is making a difference. And this isn't like a competition thing. This is just purely sporadic. It's when I notice things. If one of my leadership team members tells me something amazing that another stylist does, I really do go out of my way to make sure that they feel acknowledged and that they feel recognized for just being amazing. So these are little things that you can do to kind of start building that culture inside of your business that you're really craving, or really being intentional with your leadership and being intentional with the way that your team feels inside of your business. I think that's a nice little trick that is great. Your core values also should be in a place where your team can see them. You are reminding people of what those core values are. I hope today's episode was beneficial for you, and I hope that you will go back and look at your personal core values if you have them and kind of reevaluate and see if they still align with what you're doing. If you don't have core values, I hope you take the time to put the effort in to make sure that you create this part of your business so that it has so much more purpose than it currently does.